This is the continuation of first lecture, that is cellular electrophysiology. Just to remind, here first diagram shows polarized or resting state. Here inside is negative, negativity of is of minus 90 millivolt, outside is positive. This is known as polarized state or resting membrane potential. Why a polarized? Because the positive charge is polarized outside and negative charges are polarized inside the cell. Then the second diagram shows that when we stimulate, what happens? The charges are reversed. That is, inside becomes positive, outside becomes negative. This is known as depolarization. Depolarization. Then the last one, after the charge has crossed depolarization wave, we stimulate and it triggers the impulse. An impulse travels ahead. The portion which has traveled, that is the behind one, come back to normal again. That is, outside become positive, inside become negative. And this is known as repolarization, back to original state. Now, why I am saying this? Why am I emphasizing this? That is how impulse travel on the cell membrane. That is, when we stimulate, it triggers depolarization. And when it is triggered, the stimulus will remain static in the same place, but the wave of depolarization will travel from one end to another. So, what is a stimulus? A stimulus is the triggering mechanism to cause depolarization. An impulse is traveling wave of depolarization from one point to another. Then third is when the distance or depolarization wave has traveled, the one place to another, the depolarization has gone ahead, but behind again depolarization come reshuffle to the original place and distribution. That is, outside become positive, inside negative, like resting state. So this is known as repolarization. Polarization is back again. Now, why it is important to know that actually a stimulus triggers depolarization, and the impulse is this wave of depolarization which travels on the surface membrane. So that is how impulse travels from one point to another, or one cell to another. Now, I give you example which I have told you in the previous one. We have played something like card game. You put many cards vertically, and you push one card, and that card will fall on another, that will fall another. Ultimately, all will fall. This is how the wave of depolarization is traveling over the cell membrane. Now, new thing I'm interested in telling you, that there is another state which is known as hyperpolarization. Hyperpolarization or inhibited state. What is this? Normally, inside I told you is minus 90 volt. But if from 90 minus volt, if it goes down to 110 millivolt, that is known as hyperpolarization. So increase in the negativity inside is hyperpolarization or inhibition. Why it is called inhibition? Because minus 90 to go to the plus side is nearer. But if you stimulate a cell which has got minus 110, then you have to put more stimulus to get the same effect. So it has to go from 110 to 0, minus 110 to 0. So here you will need more powerful stimulus to cause depolarization, and that is why it is known as inhibition. So these terms will be used frequently while we discuss ahead.